All right, so let's talk expectations. I hear this a lot from clients, especially this time of year with goal setting and thinking about what held them back from achieving last year's goals. I just want to say, please be realistic. If you're not a morning person, don't add new habits into your morning routine unless it's the only option, because we're setting ourselves up to do things that are new that we may not really want to do, which is a whole nother topic of conversation, but like we find it valuable in some way, but we may be like hesitant to be starting it anyways. And then we're putting it in a time of day where we are not at our best, are not awake enough, don't have enough time anyways. You know what I mean? So like we're like forcing it into this area of time. There's also this realistic um expectation, I guess, that I would like you to get into of if you're using a new technique to like manage stress, I don't want you to set a goal for yourself as like, if I use this technique every day for this year, I'll never be stressed out again. Um, no, like stress, you're going to feel stress in your life. You're going to have stressful situations. Change is going to occur. So instead, let the goal be more something like noticing if you feel more calm when you make decisions after you're using this stress management technique throughout the year. Notice if you're less reactive when certain situations arise. So making those more of the goal versus, I'll never have stress again, or I'll never be anxious again, or things like that that really are setting us up to fail, to be honest. And the other thing I'd like to touch on is just let's expand your mindset around accomplishing goals instead to more like set a goal and then I want you to try it, assess it, and change it. So you give yourself permission to switch things up that are not working instead of forcing it into this rigid structure of this goal that you've set for yourself, which I'm not saying don't create a structure, don't create a goal. I want you to create goal. I want you to have structure, but I also want you to have an ability um, to shift, to be more fluid in your life. So if your goal was to like meditate 30 minutes every day at lunch, but then you realize lunchtime is way too hectic to be adding things into, then move the time of day, right? Like don't give up on your goal and just be like, oh, I can't meditate anymore. Like I just can't do it, right? Just move the time of day. Say like, I'm going to meditate in the morning. I'm going to meditate right after lunch. I'm going to meditate before I go to bed or whatever. Switch it up and see if that's helpful. Or maybe you realize like you keep skipping your meditation because 30 minutes just seems so long, right? That's okay. You can start with just 5 minutes of meditation every day and see how that feels. I never want people to feel like they have to meditate for 30 minutes to 60 minutes a day. That is unrealistic for many. It's also not true that you have to do that to feel benefits because sometimes in a really busy time of life, a really busy day, sitting back and meditating for a minute to 5 minutes can be the change in how you're going to move through the world for the rest of that day. So never feel like you have to meditate 30 minutes to an hour or longer to feel any benefit because it's inaccurate. Okay. You can do it for a minute to 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I mean, any length of time that feels good for you is really all that matters. So just want you to keep this in mind as you're moving through the first quarter of the year, getting towards spring, creating these goals, doing all of that stuff. Where can you shift your mindset around expectations to just be more supportive of your own growth this year? And if you want to share with me, I love to hear from you. Take care. Be well. I'll see you later.